In the time of Adam and Eve, the calendar is made up of 7 months. That is, 7 months made up a year. Unlike the time of Noah, when new calendar was adopted, they make use of 12 months calendar. That is, in a year, what you have in a year is 12 months. But in the time of Adam, the 12 months calendar has not yet been adopted at that time. So they make use of the 7 months. The 7 months calendar is based on the 7 spirits of God. And that was why the year is also made of 7 months. 7 days a week, 7 months a year. All these sevens are based on the 7 spirits of God. That is why, if you are counting the years of Adam and Eve or the rest of the people in the book of Genesis, you will see them living up to 800 years, even close to 900 or 1,000 years. That's because their calendar is made of 7 months a year. And in the time of Noah, no calendar was adopted. When God spoke about reducing the years of people to 120, He was using the 12 months calendar to speak to Noah. That is because in the time of Noah, the Nephilims developed a calendar that is made up of 12 months. So the 120 years is based on the 12 months calendar. While 800 years that Adam and Eve lived, or Adam, because we don't know how many years that Eve lived. Some people claim that Eve lived only 500 years. But the rest of the people who live above 800 and even 900 years, they live up to that age because of the 7 months calendar. And if we are to measure their own years in our own calendar now, that is using the 12 months calendar, you see that Adam will be around 400 plus. He will not be up to 500 years old. And living up to 400 years old at that time is possible because the air is not yet polluted, everything is clean. The water also is not contaminated. They eat healthy food and the fruits are more nutrition than now. And what you need to understand is that a lot of fruits has reduced their nutrition. Like if you compare the fruits of now and the time past, you see that the nutrients of that time is more than the one we have now. A simple apple in the time of Adam will be about 2 or 3 times more nutrition than the apple of nowadays. So because they eat healthy food, free from air pollution and contaminated water, they live longer. They could live up to 100 to 400, close to 500 years old. But if you are reading the book of Genesis and you see them talking about 800 years, 900 years, that is because the calendar at that time is made of 7 months. Now, in the time of Noah, the Nephilims, they amend the calendar, they adopted a new calendar which is made up of 12 months. And why is it so? They were using that 12 months calendar for their own need. Because if the Nephilim want to use the 7 months calendar, they will not be able to predict things the way they wanted. And spiritually, they will not be able to manipulate people. So they adopted that 12 months calendar. And that calendar made it easy for them to get access to people's secrets. You might wonder how they are doing it, but this one is the topic for another day. I will explain how they are using the calendar to manipulate people. But at that time, Noah was living in the land of Nephilim, and God allowed Noah to live there because He wanted to use Noah to destroy the Nephilims. The Nephilims are the giants. They are not normal people. They are not normal human beings. Many people are wondering that why will God wipe away human beings like that, the people that He created, and He will suddenly wipe them up with water or the flood. Why will God, a merciful God, do such thing? But one thing that these people fail to understand is that those people are not normal human beings. The Nephilims are the product of the fallen angels. The fallen angels gave women pregnant and they gave birth to abnormal human beings called the Nephilims. And these were the people that God targeted in the book of Genesis when the flood came and consumed them up. God did not kill the innocent people. It's only those Nephilims that God targeted and wiped them away. But this one is the topic for another day. I'm here to talk about the calendar, 12-month calendar and 7-month calendar. So if you compare the years that people live in the early Genesis and the late Genesis, you see that the years are very different. Abraham lived up to 175 years. That's Genesis 25 verse 7. And that years is based on 12 months calendar also. In the land of Canaan where Abraham lived, they also used 12 months calendar. If we are to use the 7 months calendar that the people use in the time of Adam, Abraham will be around 300 or even more than 300 years old. And when God reduced the years of the human being to 120, it didn't take effect immediately. Because after that, Abraham still lived up to 175 years old. So the effect keep coming gradually. Although that was not a cause anyway. That was not a cause. God didn't cause the people to reduce or intentionally reduce their years to 120. It is more like a prediction, because as days goes on, waters will become contaminated, the air will become polluted, and the food that people eat will become less nutrition. So all these things will affect the lifespan of human being. So when God said that the human being life will be reduced to 120, it is more like a prediction of what will happen in the future. So God did not intentionally reduce the life of human being to 120. He is predicting what will happen in the future, because all the changes to the environment will impact on the life of human being. In some places, people hardly reach 80 years. If you see what is happening now, people hardly reach 100 years. Some people, if they reach 90 years, they'll be thanking God for their life that they have tried, because the lifespan of human being keep reducing. Although people still manage to cross 100, even up to 120, but very few of them. Among a million people that will cross 100 years or even reach 120 years will not be up to 100 people in a million people. Only 100 can reach that year. So you see that a lot of things are changing. So if you are reading the Bible and you see people talking, and you see the Bible and you read the portion saying that human beings live up to 800 years, 900 years, one thing you should consider is the kind of calendar that they are using. And the Hebrews, up to now, they are still using that calendar for religious purpose. Them too adopted the 12 months calendar, and they are using it for businesses and many other things, even for politics. But when it comes to religion, they still maintain that 7 months. They celebrate New Year every 7 months. Up till now, that's what they do in Israel.